Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Greensboro Downtown Yoga. I'm Summer, and today we are going on an exploration of our hips in this Yoga for Athletes class. You know, as a former runner, I totally get how tight our hips can get, whether it's cycling or running or playing any other sport. Hips are such an important spot. So today I really want to find opportunities to lengthen through both dynamic and static work. So we're going to use a couple different toys. If you have available to you a strap, or you can use like a dog leash or a blanket or a towel or something like that. And then 2 blocks, or really anything that can give yourself some height. So books work perfectly fine as well. So we are going to have all of that nearby you, but we're going to start standing. And please be barefoot. It will really help this experience and allow you to get a little bit deeper into your movement. Starting off, let's just find a place where our feet are under our hips. And shut your eyes for a moment. One of the hardest things for us as athletes is to stop and slow down. Trust me, I get it. The next 30 minutes, that's what I'm going to ask you to do, is stop and slow down. Don't try to compete. Don't try to be the best. Just allow yourself to be here. Allow your body to move in a way that's appropriate for it. Feel your feet into the ground. Lift your chest tall. Use your breath as a guide today. Start to shift side to side. Shift forward and back. Why are we doing that? It finds that place of balance, right? But it's also giving our feet an opportunity to connect to the ground, which when we wear shoes all day, it doesn't get to do. Step your feet really wide. Just start to step side to side. And as you do, you get this bend into your knees. Start to lean into your legs. Notice I'm picking the foot up each time and shifting. We're going to stay with both feet on the ground and continue to find that shift. Hands on each thigh. Here, we've got this long, neutral spine. You may not be as low as me, and that's okay. It's not about getting low. It's about starting to get movement into our hips. Use your breath. Come to center. Roll yourself up. Bring your feet together. We're actually going to step to the front of your mat. Big deep inhale as your arms reach overhead. Exhale, your hands float by your side. Lift your right leg, and you're going to get this circle up and around. Lift your left leg, circle and around. Just continue that. So it's like you're trying to step over a fence. You lift your leg as high as you can do without starting to arch your back. You want to keep lifted right here. Now, keep both feet on the floor. Big deep inhale, just like we did. Exhale, you're going to sit down so your weight goes low. It's called chair position. Stand all the way up. Lift your right leg. Now you have that balance point. You're going to open the hip to the back and open in front. Open back and front. And you can do it with or without arms. The arms are just a way that you can start to get some shoulder movement as well. Let's do one more. Feet stay there, big deep inhale. Exhale, sit low into your legs. Lift the left leg up. And again, open and close. Find that place. I actually this time am choosing to place my hands on my hips so I can feel that hip joint opening and closing. You can do the same thing as well. Your standing foot needs to be flat on the ground. Keep our chest lifted tall. So these are dynamic stretches. Before we go into some really deep movements, we need to allow the opportunity for our hips to open and close. Let's come back center. Big deep inhale. Exhale, sit low into your chair. And we're going to go through a kind of short sun salutation just to get some heat in the body. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, forward. If you've never done this, that's okay. Inhale, halfway lift so your hands come to your thighs or your shins. Place your hands beside your foot. Step back into this long, low lunge. Front knee is right over the center of our front foot. Back leg is straight. I'm going to show you an option. If you wanted, hands on blocks right here. Lift it like this. Okay. We're not going to be here for super long. Big deep inhale. Open, so you rotate your back foot parallel to the edge of the mat, then you open to warrior two. So now we're feeling an openness into that front hip. Rotate your back arm and leg around, come back into your crescent. Exhale, you're going to step your foot back into that low chair. So now we're getting movement into that hip, right? Lift up, inhale. Open that fence. Close the fence. Open. And close. Big deep inhale. Let's do all that again. Forward fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale, step back with your left foot, low, deep lunge. Now, this first time in it, I don't want you going as deep and as low as you can. It's just about starting to find the movement. Inhale, lift. Rotate warrior two. Push out on your knee, and your back foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. Inhale, rotate back forward. Lift your chest. Exhale as we step our feet back and rise up. Open and close. Open. Big deep inhale. Do it one more time each side. Forward fold. A little faster. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back. Lift up just for a moment. Crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Push the knee out, yes. Rotate back around. So that's that moment of strength and balance as we now step our foot back in. Oh yes, lift up. And open. Each time, see if you can get that leg just a little higher. Come back to center. Last time, inhale. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Step back, left leg. Rise up. Open. Rotate your foot, turn around. That might be a really tough place for you, especially if those hips are tight. And that's if you need to assist with your leg or arm or something, you can. Step back in. Let's rise up. Open and close. Lift up tall. A little different this time. Exhale, go ahead and step right back to crescent. So crescent is that back heel is lifted. Warrior two. You're going to turn to the front, just like we did earlier. So we have this lean and lean. Remember that? You're gonna stay to the back leg. Rotate around. This is your other leg. So now you're in crescent on the opposite side. Warrior two. Be subtle, be gentle. Come back to center, but shift. So this is just a dynamic way. You are probably really starting to feel movement into these hip joints. If you're not, just allow yourself that opportunity to go a little deeper. Stay forward. Rotate around. Lift your back heel. Arms come high. Exhale, warrior two. Center. Let's go to the back leg. Just 4 times this time. Let's stay to the back leg. Rotate to that back heel lifts. Your chest comes up. Notice both toes are forward as if you're on railroad tracks. Now your front foot stays forward as your back foot turns out. That's what warrior two is. Inhale, lean into your front leg and your back leg. And front. Stay to the front. Rotate around, lift up. This time, back knee comes to the ground. Grab your blocks or your books or whatever it is you're going to use. Lift up really tall right here. So we're pushing into this front hip. It should be a deep stretch. It's a static hold. You can lift as high as you need to really take any pressure out. But the goal is to feel that as if someone's pushing down on this back hip or this back glute, and you're really stretched deep into that front leg. And sit back, unhook that foot, and bring the other one forward. And just kind of notice and pay attention to one side versus the other. Most sports, not most, but a lot of sports are very forward and backwards, right? Running, swimming, cycling, those type of things. Even like soccer, yeah, you do a lot of rotation and such, but you have a lot of forward and backwards movements. These hips are such an important part of how we can open up the body to allow you to run faster and have more driving force. Let's release that right there. You're going to find your blocks. Sit them on top of each other. You're going to sit on top of them. Now, the higher the blocks are, the easier this becomes. So I'm going to show you how to start lowering down and really get deeper into it. But right now, you want feet wide. You're going to take your elbows and press out on your knees, and your chest is lifted. It's called resting position squat. Any of you guys, baseball guys, any of my H3 guys are out there, you are down in a catcher position, so then my catcher's down here, right? You live kind of in this type of position. But a lot of people aren't that comfortable. So being in that 2 block might be exactly where you want to be. Maybe you want to go a little lower and just 1 block. Wherever you are, you're pushing out on the knees so the chest is open. If you're starting to round forward right here, you're defeating the movement. Release that. We're going to come sitting on the ground where we are in this 90-90 position. You've done this one with me before because I really like it. You've got this 90 and 90 with the legs. Hands come behind us. We open up and rotate. Now today I want you to stay leaned back, okay? So you kind of can push that hip forward. So you're getting this lean. It's all about your hips. Right now. Just getting this movement for a lot of us is really tough. So think about feet stay flat on the floor, and never lift off. Now, you're gonna bring feet down, and you're gonna lift an arm and rotate around. Now you sit center, and up. So now instead of leaning back, I want you to find tall center and rotate. It's gonna become harder in those hips. Use your breath as you rotate around. Come back to center. Let's find that deep resting position, squat malasana again. So I'm going to show you a way in a moment where we're going to take that to kind of the next level. Please feel free to stay with that, but this malasana position is going to become part of it. So that's why we're practicing it. So press out on those knees. See if you can do it without the block. Can your hips be down? Now you might find that all of a sudden that made you come here. If it did, ditch or bring the block or whatever you're sitting on back. Now lower yourself down. Watch this for a second. You're going to be 90 degrees, rotate around, then you come to center. Ooh, sit into that malasana, that resting position squat, lower down, rotate to the back of the room. Now you notice right here, I use my hands, right? You can use hands or not. Those who don't know, I have a pin and 3 cadaver ligaments in this ankle. That's why I said it's a former runner. And it prevents me from doing some of these moves without my hands. If you can, please do it. I'd love to see it. Send me a picture or video. Let's do one more. And down. And release. Whew. Just kind of stretch to whatever you feel you need to do there. Grab your blocks again. Bring them to the front of the mat. You're going to find kind of that 90-90 again, but this time we want one leg forward towards the front edge of the mat. This back knee can stay bent, or you're going to start to unfold it and come down. For those of you last week when we were doing quads, we did this move as well. We're doing it a little bit differently today. Hands on top of blocks. I want you to lift your chest, look to the sky. Feel this place where you're trying to sit your hip back. Now, if this knee is just really uncomfortable, you can always take a block and place it right under your knee right there and be more in this kind of 90-90 position. Find what feels good to you. Big deep inhale, and you're going to walk your hands over your legs. Start to lean into this position. Use your breath right here to just relax and release. Bring yourself back up. Your leg that's behind you is going to circle around. So now it kind of hooks onto this leg. If this is not comfortable, extend this leg, okay? It's your opposite arm. So if this is your left leg, Your right arm hooks around. And you look over your back shoulder. Press both hips down to the floor. So you gain this great spiral. You also gain a little bit into that outer hip right here. Release. Let's do the other side. So again, bring those blocks to start. You can find and start with this 90-90 or find pigeon on the opposite side. Oh, I'm tighter on this side. And you might find that you are as well, and that's very common. Especially, like I said, this is my special side. So sit up tall, square your hips forward. And slowly start to walk forward. We can rise and lift back up. Let's circle our leg around. Find the hook on the outside of that knee, your opposite elbow, and rotate. Important here is that we sit tall. If we start to slouch, you're going to dump into your lower back and you're going to start to feel pain there. So think about how you can lift up. You've got those two sits bones, those two bony protrusions on your butt. You should feel them into the floor right here. Come back to center. Grab your blocks. Now we're going to start with your knees lifted on these blocks. And that might be exactly where you need to be. You can go higher. If you've got actual blocks, it's kind of a nifty thing with them is they've got multiple heights. As we sit here, we allow our chest to lift. We slowly allow our knees to fall out to the sides. Your eyes open or shut. Maybe it feels that you want to try, see what it's like to move the blocks to the side and sit up tall here. I always say I'm really lucky because this is a place that I actually am very open in, is this movement right here. You might find that you're sitting there like this, and that's very common. I think it was my years of being a dancer that helped me with this position. Running did one thing, dancing did another. That's the joys of doing multiple types of activities, right? Come back to center. We're going to grab our strap. Lay yourself all the way down on the mat and wrap the strap on the bottom of one foot. Now, this is going to be a great stretch down your hamstring. And for most athletes, hamstrings are so tight because they are a driving force of power for us. And without lengthening them, we start to potentially cause injury. And I partially strained my hamstring years ago. I was teaching a cycle class, and I came up out of the saddle, and my hamstring went, ah! And oh my gosh, it was like 6 weeks to recover from. And it was because I was just so tight in that hamstring, and probably also because it was like the 5th class I had taught that day. Know what I mean? But anyway, so hamstring, we want to lengthen it, even though it's that kind of opposing muscle to the hip. It's such an important area that as we lengthen it, our hips will start to open a bit as well. Extend your opposite leg on the floor, and you're going to cross the leg over your body. So now we're getting that outer part of our leg, that IT band, the outer hip. If you find your knee bending, just straighten, push your heel in, and don't let your leg go as low. So we get this great length right on the side of our leg. Bring your leg back to center. And just for a moment, let's counter that and bring our leg out to the side. It's the inner thigh now. So that inner place on our hip. Both shoulders are still squared to the ground. Bring your leg back to center, and let's do the other side. I like my knee bent when my foot flat on the floor right here. It allows a little bit more stretch and length as I can pull this leg back just a little bit further. You do what feels good to you. And it's about finding the stretch and length behind that knee. So if you're here with that knee bent, not nearly as good as if you're all the way down here, which you might be. So extend your opposite leg and extend and drop your leg over to the side. My hopes with this is that you find those ways to open and stretch. You might be neglecting as part of your sports practice. If you want more of the strength and such, there are other classes available to you for that. This should really be that opportunity to deepen into those stretches. Come out to the side, open up. Last thing we're going to do is called Happy Baby. You bring both knees into your chest. It's going to rock from side to side. It's an awkward looking pose to start with. It feels fabulous on the hips. You're going to bend your knees and just kind of grab anywhere. Maybe it's on your thigh, or on your shins. Maybe it's on your feet. Just have your knees bent and you rock side to side. The more you can allow the knees to go out to the side, the deeper you're going to feel this into your hips. Maybe you stay center and you can allow one leg to stretch. There's so many ways. You can just kind of play right here, like a happy baby. Bend your knees in. Give yourself a great big hug. Roll over to one side and bring yourself to seated. Find this tall seated position. Lift your chest, eyes shut. Amazing work today, guys. Getting deep into those hips can sometimes be super uncomfortable, especially after hard training days. But allow yourself those opportunities, because I promise you, when you go back out onto the field or the road, it'll make it so much nicer. If you've got questions, thoughts, comments, want something else, please drop it in the comments. I'm continuously bringing you new classes and would love your ideas of what you need. Until next time, I'm Summer. Bye.